Hello! Welcome back to more Disco Elysium. Here on day 3. We've just gotten the dye from the dye maker. And we are leaving the cursed commercial area. Now it's good that we're heading into the bookstore here because I did something I've been trying not to do. Actually, I can take the flashlight out of our hand. I did something I was trying not to do, and are you not coming up here, Kim? And looked up how to get a map, and we can just buy a map from here because we didn't say that option last time. Storekeep, can I buy these maps? I'm sorry, officer, the map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore, and besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they may not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though. Why is the one of Martinez so cheap? That old thing, it's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was, nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago, they also renovated the horse statues, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps. The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it? So what happened then? They didn't get far. For some reason, a shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business. We could try to steal it, but we have an angry storekeeper. So let's just pay the 90 cents. Takes us down to 16 real. Thank you, Plaisance. Glad we could be of assistance in helping out your store. Now we actually will have a map. Yay, here we are. The storefront, the waterfront. So there's the whirling, and there's where we are now. The apartment building's up here. The docks. I mean, it almost looks like we can enter this building here, which is maybe not. Like, it's odd that this is lit up. I might want to go check that out. The Frit store. This kind of bit. There's the docks, or the water lock, down to the fisherman's shack and the church. And then something out in the distance over here. And this whole other island, this ruin here. Okay, so before we head out, because the next thing that I was going to do was head out towards the locks, or the water lock, and then head out towards the church and the fisherman shack. But I want to go towards the right, the bottom and the right of Martinez waterfront here. Just make sure we haven't been missing something this entire time. So bear with me, dear viewer, as I probably am just going to spend some time running around in circles. Because surely if there was a whole other place to visit, we would have already visited it. Yep. There is the... There's nothing we could do. Can't get anywhere down here. That's all blocked off. And over here we can't get to either. There's the woman. We'll try to speak with her again, I guess. Nope, just leave her alone. And yeah, there's nothing we can access over here because of the pile-up. The traffic jam. Well, I'll double, triple check. There's nothing around this side. And no, there's really not. If there is, it's hidden very well. So let's head back out. Okay, apparently that was the fastest way. Can we get back in? Can we get in this thing? I know we looked at the windows, but is there anything? No. Cannot get in that truck. Still don't know how to get up on top of the roof to talk to the woman on top of the whirling. Alright, let's keep going, let's keep going. There's this guy, and there's nothing I can get around here, right? Nope, this is blocked off. Okay. So the only thing left to do is, hey, what's going on, guys? Did you fix it? You guys fix the lock? Can I get across? Can I speak to you? No? Can I activate the thing? A couple of indicator lights are missing from the control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. Pull the lever. Secret task complete. Close the water lock on Wednesday. Experience gain plus 10. You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then the water lock starts moving. Alright. Close that bad boy up. Then we can walk across, it looks like. Okay. If we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, Kim. We're definitely not running straight over. The radio relay hums with electricity. Oh, a brand new place to explore and get completely lost. I see this. Do you have any money for me? You do have some magnesium, I'll take it. The traffic beyond the gates, more abandoned motor lorries, and this little green thing. The sign says no entry. Someone scribbled an inverted star on it. So the communists, they were the ones with the inverted stars. Oh, I missed some cash up here. Take it. We need all the money we can to pay for our room. Because we are now below 20 real. A breaker box to power the radio pylon above you. Maybe there's something inside. Ahead, decade-old concrete defenses. Children play on them now. Okay. Take your money. Sure. I'm glad these people just leave their money laying around. Someone has broken down the fence and the barbed wire. So, if we see the tire tracks, so that car must have jumped here, squealed around, and then went up towards the church. But we can enter this little backyard for some reason, I don't know. Looks like a fish drying rack. A swing. The swing is missing. No one has been here for a long time. Rust peels off the bent iron post of the swing. The wind rustles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere. What happened here? In this yard? The lieutenant looks at the small building. A flock of gray swallows takes off in the distance. He's assessing the situation. How long ago was it abandoned? Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscur for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago. Wait, what's a bloc obscur? A black bloc. A part of the city left unrenovated after the war, or one that has fallen to gang violence, or has become inhospitable in some other way. On aerial photos, bloc obscurs look like dark squares, hence their name. So this part of the coast is a bloc obscur? Practically. It's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house. Maybe they left something useful behind. Yes, for you to scavenge, like a post-apocalyptic scavenger who collects trash and errant magnesium blisters. That's us. It's not meant as nagging, just an observation. We should move. I don't think we will solve the murder with forays into the urban hinterland, at least in this phase of the investigation. Well, you know what? I don't care, Kim. I Don't care. I'm going to take all their money. The wind is corralled by the 4-story buildings around this yard. Okay, what do we got inside, Kim? Some magnesium blisters? No, some money. See? There's always a reason to scout around. Glory, says the graffito, to the ghosts of us. Glory indeed. Hey, see, we did find magnesium and money. See? You're so smart, Kim. Someone has left their music collection beneath the tarpaulin. Ah, there's the sad song. Smallest church in Saint Céline. The sad song that we were looking for. Can we interact with it? Tape you found from a shack on the coast. The A side has smallest church in Saint Céline written on it, while the B is supposed to contain the instrumental version, requires a boombox. There's no way to listen to this tape without a working tape player or a portal reel at hand. A pawn shop. Pawn shop would have a tape player. Actually, no. The guy outside that wants to sell us the shoes, doesn't he have a tape player or a boombox? We have to buy the expensive shoes though, so much for that. Maybe if we pawned all our stuff. Looks like that's all we can get from that little yard though. There's the broken motor carriage. There's a boat tucked away underneath the tarpaulin cover. Great news! The boat is big enough for a grown man like you to fit underneath it in a supine position. Wait, what would I be doing underneath the boat? I don't know, sleeping. What do people do under boats? This is merely a measurement from your visual cortex. Do with it what you want. Great news! I found somewhere new to sleep. Huh? I said, great news! I found somewhere to sleep under this boat here. It'll be free. I can pretty much finish the case from underneath that boat there. It's dry, weatherproof, and free of charge. Or, I'm gonna live under a boat now. I can finish the case from underneath that boat. Sarcastic self-pity is not what we need at this moment, officer. I understand the situation looks grim, but we must continue with our investigation. You have a home somewhere. All cops do. When this is done, you can return. Okay, so I'm going to check the motor carriage soon enough. As soon as I climb up this hill and hopefully don't find a million other things I need to investigate. Okay, I found a million other things I need to investigate, apparently. A whole other area. Through the broken glass, dusty shelves, and a forgotten chair. Okay, let's go inside this little hut. What do you got? Postcard, I'll take it. A cold breeze is enough to make the wall planks creak. And a bow knot, +2 drama. Is that a hat? Can we wear it as a hat? Or does it go... Where does it go? I mean, there's no reason not to wear it. It gets +2 drama. Oh, it goes on her neck. +2 drama versus +1 Inland Empire. I'll take the +1 Inland Empire. I'm just wishing we could wear it on our head, not like a necktie. See a dark red chair in the dim light of the room. Okay, well, that's all. Just a chair. All right, let's go check out. Let's go check out that that ruined motor carriage. Footprints in the snow. They lead away from the accident. Seems the walker was either very confused or drunk out of his mind. What do we have? A banged up fuel canister. Alright, like, it's weird that you have to walk to that side to look at it, but whatever. A banged up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Enceladine Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. That rebel who jumped the canal and broke the waterlock, this is their doing. This is where the rebel who jumped the canal ended up, not so daring anymore. No, not so daring at all. Let's investigate. I agree. We should definitely investigate. Are you having a laugh, Kim? You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. We get a sudden sinking feeling because this is our car. Run your hand over the cold metal. The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched. What is the make of this motor carriage? Can I see a logo? The logo is too deep in the murky water. Can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by. Oh, hey monkfish, how you doing? How long has it been here? The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. I guess it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday. The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening. So, didn't the man die? Was the man hanged on a Sunday? Well. Looks like Jacob Irwa's journey came to an abrupt end here. Your mocking tone finds no response but the motion of the waves. Did you say something, Lieutenant? Yes. Crazy recklessness. Yet another case of the engine displacement triumphing over the driver's IQ. Enough gloating. This is serious. Enough gloating. This is serious. Yes, quite. The lieutenant seems to be inspecting you more closely than the motor carriage. Oh, you know something, don't you, Kim? You know this is our car. It's all come full circle, huh? You came back with those cops. You're giving me an eye. You think I'm the murderer. What should we do? Let's wait for low tide and see what's inside. Good idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket. What about our badge? You think our badge is in there? A joyrider jacket. How long will it take for low tide to come in? I don't know. An hour or two tops. Sit on the swing and wait for the tide to recede. I mean, would really not like to. I would like to go do other things, but sure, that's what we have to do. That's 2 hours I don't want to waste. Breakthrough imminent. As you sit down in the old rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky. Oh, this is where we really could have used that bow tie to get extra drama. The sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea. Hold on, it looks very blue. Point to the sunken vehicle. Or whistle a tune for 83%. Let's go for it. Whistle a tune, 83%. We needed a 10, we got a 14. The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. We healed morale. We gave 5 experience points. We didn't need to heal morale, though. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher-pitched and slightly more melodic trill. 2 birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and a sunken car. The wind blows. In the distance behind the church, some vagrants are having an argument over a bag of terror they found in the reeds. Further away, a flock of seagulls lands. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like an hour hand on the timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Okay. Has the ocean went out a little bit more? I can't really tell. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion. So was your dad also, point to your eyes? That is very racist, and we're not saying it. The tide sure is taking its sweet time. Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of leeches? You know what? It's a little too wacky. It's a little too wacky even for this wacky cop, so let's just make small talk. This tide sure is taking its sweet time. I believe it's following a pattern set millions of years ago by cosmic forces, but I suppose it could move quicker, yes. Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass. If you have to side with either the strikers or the shipping company, who would you choose? Do you think I will ever find my gun? Or man, this is taking a long time. No, let's talk about my gun. It's time. What do you think, Kim? Do you think I'll ever find this gun? The lieutenant's expression suddenly turns very serious. God, I hope so. I've been thinking, if I put enough time into eating right and exercising, I could turn myself into a living weapon. Then I wouldn't even need a gun. I don't think I'm ever going to find my gun. The world is so big, and my gun is so small. Yeah, let's be sad about it. Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass. Can you make out the mark now? Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd you haven't. It's a Capri, Model 40. His eyes turn to you. It's our car, that's for sure. Yes, why haven't you? It's a simple and rugged machine favored by working men, government officers, firefighters, animal control people, you know, those kinds of people. Squint your eyes and say, is that a number on the side? Yes, 41. What do you think that stands for? Well, we know, Kim. It's Precinct 41. It's as if he knows what it stands for, but he wants you to say it. It's pedagogical. Does he know something about this speed racer? 41 is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy. Small fish, this one. This must be Tommy 41, the morning host of FM 41. Looks like the factory made a mistake and accidentally called this Capri 41. Stupid factory. I hate guessing. District something, a precinct, something municipal. Rub your temples. You're getting a horrible headache. Oh God, no. Yeah. Oh God, no. I'm sorry, Harry. I'm so sorry. 41. Precinct 41. A massive pit opens up in your stomach and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No, just say no. Say no to this, Harry. No, no. Oh my God, it's mine. I drove my car into the sea? I'm afraid yes. It looks like you drove your police motor carriage into the sea after you jumped across the canal. Maybe I was in pursuit of someone. How do we get it out? I can still fix it. I want it to be Jacob Irwin, not me. They're not going to take me back after this, are they? The badge, the gun, and now this. Things were going so well. We were just whistling merrily. Maybe I was in pursuit of someone. Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk. Come on, Kim. We were friends. What's wrong with you? How do we get it out? Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point. So it's just going to be there like that? Just forever? I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall this machine is a write-off. I can fix it. That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and the brake system as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left on this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one. Well, not cheaper. The motor carriage costs 40,000 real, but in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this. I don't have this kind of money. I couldn't even pay a hostel bill. People are going to be angry at me, aren't they? In Precinct 41. This is a disaster. Yeah, they're going to be pretty angry, huh? Let's face it. This is a substantial loss for your district's budget. I mean, my station only had 4 other vehicles in addition to my Kanema. Do we have insurance? This was 20% of the station's vehicular budget. Yep. I wanted it to be Jacob Irwa and not me. Well, it isn't. It's you. I'm very sorry. They're not going to take me back after this, are they? People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly. Well, thanks. Thanks for trying, Kim. Thanks for trying to cheer me up. The badge, the gun, and now this. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. Things were going so well. We were just whistling merrily. You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn. Hey, Kim, you don't hate me completely, do you? We're still friends? Maybe? Well, at least I can see what's in there now. Yep. Let's see. Hopefully my badge. Task complete. Find the traffic hooligan. Well, we found him. It's us. Yes, let's go take a look. Go to your inventory and interact with the item by clicking the Interact tab and then Interact. Okay. What am I interacting with? Well, let's do finger pistols. Snap, snap, baby. Turns out guns aren't that much for protecting as they are for attacking people. If you want to protect people, really work for them, you have to whip out your signature dual 9mm Villiers finger pistols. Who needs a real gun anyway? That conversation you just had, it would have gone better had you just snapped these bad boys at them. Note, 9mm dual finger pistols do not count for an actual weapon in a gunfight. +1 reaction speed, because the safety's always off. And empty hand slots give suggestion +1. So we could dual finger pistol and really get our suggestion way up. Did we need suggestion for, what's her head? The woman's name who I can't remember. Not Annette. So I just don't have her anymore? I must be completely overlooking it. Maybe it's just not on here because we didn't fail it. I'm thinking of the woman on the boat. Joyce or whatever her name was. We got a bottle. A bottle drained of all its booze is frozen in the ice. This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit, cigarettes, and empty bottles. All evidence it. Hold up, don't you mean scene of the crime? Yeah, sure does look like a lot of folks party here. And don't you mean the scene of a crime? Not as such. I'm talking about what came after the party scene. Yeah, sure does look like a party. Looks like they were all here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain. I don't know who they are. Again, looks like we got a couple of partygoers here. Looks like it. Looks like they had a great time laughing here. This was some kind of theater to them, a circus production by a great clown. Or was this party against the law? On the ice like this, it's probably a public danger. No, it looks like they had a great time laughing at me. Hey, let's keep moving, detective. What's in the box? My badge. And a jacket. RCM Commander's Jacket, Esprit de Corps, +1, and Visual Calculus +1. Okay, we got our badge. The ice just off the coast crackles, shifting. There's our badge. Thick blue piece of acrylic covering a thin leaf of paper with the officer's name and rank on it. Next to the writing, you see a man stare back at you, a younger version of you, already disintegrating inside, but still presentable on the outside. Well, we'll interact with it, I guess. A police badge on which you see the photo of a man, you. Some seaweed is stuck to the back. I found my badge! +10 experience. At least something good came out of all this. Lieutenant glances at the badge in your hand. Study the badge. Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and in the lower right corner, your precinct. Let's look at the photo. The man keeps winking at you with his green-gray eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that, but the badge is new. You use an old photo for a new badge. How old is this photo? 8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns. And he's winking? Why do you think he's winking? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see the lines of information on it and a shining watermark. The name is Harrier Dubois. Her name was Harry. I guess that's a nickname. Harrier. That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Everard was half right. Perhaps not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't. Strange, it doesn't say Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. Wait, what kind of name is Harrier? But I don't want to be Harrier Dubois. Harrier Dubois it is then. Wait, what kind of name is Harrier? It's a wartime name, revolutionary, the kind mothers give their sons during troubled times, like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide. A name like armor. Okay, Harrier Dubois it is then. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois. The rank is LTN 2JFR? Lieutenant Double Yefreitor. What is a Lieutenant Double Yefreitor? Lieutenant is a rank above Sergeant and below Captain. It is the highest rank in RCM that still does field work. I am a Lieutenant. And a Double Yefreitor. The title of Yefreitor is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, Captain. You have declined twice. Thus, your Double Yefreitor. Declined? There may be many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect, and sometimes they just prefer the type of work available to their current rank. In your case, Lieutenant, what's a decomptage? Decomptage is a hierarchical system employed by the Revachol Citizens Militia. It means counting down to twos. The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the Revolution, which in turn was developed by last century experimental psychologists in the University of Königstein. The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there's the patrol officers and sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kinks. What kind of kinks? Kinks like satellite officers and the additional Yefreitor rank that I already explained. What about satellite officers then? You're given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with them. You don't seem to be a satellite. So you've been putting up with all my bullshit because I'm your superior, or you've been putting up with me because we're of the same rank. I don't know. I mean, we're not superiors. You've been putting up with me because we're the same rank, huh? No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you're doing good police work. It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge. He trusts you, for now. Try not to spoil it. I thought my rank was drunk. Or, let's turn back to the document. Serial is Rev 126205 Jam 41. That's the serial number, Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure. The numbers are not there for good measure. They have an administrative purpose, one that's unfortunately been erased from your memory. Date of issue was the 7th of November, 50. 4 months ago, I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant Double Yefreitor. I don't even know how to pronounce that, I'm just making it up as I go. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then. Probably sure you weren't doing well, but better. Probably, yes. Precinct 41? Yes, this is the designation of your precinct, 41. Like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor, a lot of asphalt. The 41st is, well, it's a tough station to work in. You have all Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdyayeva, Roberts, Fairbacker, Dmitri, suddenly names from your decomptage flash in your forebrain. He knows all those people, although they're not from his station. They must be big. Let's put the badge away. And the other thing was the jacket. So we're currently wearing +1 Esprit de Corps and +1 Shivers. We could have +1 Esprit de Corps and +1 Visual Calculus. I mean, Visual Calculus is 6 now. Shivers is at... Where's Shivers? 5. I don't know. I like the craziness that is Shivers. It's a fine looking jacket though. Okay, so we have our badge now. That's great. We can go back to Lady Face and we don't even have to use our finger pistols on her. Here's the little fishing village. So somewhere in here should be a girl that knows where those gloves are. The underside of the boat has been recently tarred. Let's just go through here very methodically. What's in this barrel? Some pants. An inter-insulary trousers, +1 to Kingdom of Conscience. That's not a thing, right? That's one of our thoughts. Doesn't appear to be a stat unless I'm overlooking it. So if we did Kingdom of Conscience, is that like a brand new stat? +1 to Kingdom of Conscience Moralist Pants. Okay, Moralist Pants indeed. You see dust-covered linens, dried tulips on a bed. Before we go over there, is that a person? Yeah, people laying down. Cinder blocks, charred, a makeshift fire pit with magazines. We could sit on a little bench, maybe. The worn and beaten wooden bench, or planks of the bench, do not look overly comforting. We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go. Well, I'm just looking at it, Kim. You don't have to be like this. The bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through. Okay. What can we see through this window? White curtains have been drawn shut. No looking in. Oh, there's some kids. A lot of people. A wedding stone, well worn, covered in rust. What's inside this little building? Can we steal from these folk? Construction material. Whoever planned to build this house left in a hurry. Yep, I'll take your money. Thank you for your contribution to the police work. The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. We have Lillian's twin and Lillian's other twin. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth. Hey, where's your mom? You guys look identical. Yeah, you guys look identical. Let's not badger you about your mom just yet. The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of, the obvious fact that you just stated. He looks just like me, the other one said. Yeah, I said that. The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt. The rock kicker was just being shy, but now he's enthusiastic again. You're bad with kids. Yeah, I get it. I am, yes. And what are you, Kid Master General? It's impossible to be good with kids. They're too stupid. No. Yeah, I'm bad with kids. Agreed. Don't worry, everyone is. How about we do some police work now? We're not getting anything out of them. Hey, where's your mom? Kids don't reply. Alright, see you later, kids. Street sign is illegible below the graffito. Hey, lady, speaking a language I can't understand. The woman next to a bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed. You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the Apricot Suzerainty.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Well, you sound very pleasant, and you sound almost happy that you have cataracts for some reason. Then how does she know you're here? If you can't see, then how do you know I was here? What if I don't want to? Or just lean forward? Yeah, let's just lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here, and we don't want any trouble either.
Oh, well, you won't have any trouble at all.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Exactly what he said. Yeah, what he said. We're cops. We don't cause trouble. We take care of trouble. We're cops. We're Hellraisers. Click, click, bang, bang. Point your finger pistols at her. No, do not do the finger pistols. We don't cause trouble. We take care of trouble.
Of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Which you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
I mean, I don't think you saw me 12 years ago. You saw me about 10 days ago when I drove my car into the river. Wait, I've been here before?
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another. Locked himself in that woodshed over there.
Oh, the woodshed, huh?
He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place. Somewhere more quiet.
Did we shoot him? She sounds as if he was on some sort of kind of spiritual retreat. What kind of ill omen are we talking about here?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black Hound.
Oh, yeah, the Black Hound, of course. That's you, alright. A Black Hound licking your own heels. I am an ill omen, alright. If I'm considered an ill omen, why hasn't anyone told me that? Let's not own up to being an ill omen. Let's say the second one.
Maybe we are afraid.
Oh, maybe they are afraid to tell me I'm an ill omen. You may be right. Why?
Because you're an ill omen, but you're still welcome here, as long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then, because that's the kind of fishing village we've built.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park your motor carriage, and not a lot of houses, or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others.
But you don't have to worry about parking place for my motor carriage because, let me tell you, I found the perfect spot for it.
Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Where could someone stay around here? Sure. Is there a place that I can rest? Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack. Her soapy thumb points to the building behind her. We can ask, how much is it? I mean, she said it was free. Does that mean like free as in available? Or free as in no cost? How much is it? I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM. Wait, hold on. You're just giving it to me? I'm not sure it's appropriate for the RCM to accept free accommodations. There's this guy, Gart. He makes me give him money every night just so I don't die out in the cold. I'm not sure that we can take free things. Or don't, it's your choice. No skin off my teeth. Wait, why isn't anyone using this room? My kids grew up and left like they do The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to stay warm. One more time. I could just have the room? The room is pretty bare, but it's got a bed and a roof over it. That's more than some folks around here have. It would help me stay in touch with the proletariat. This could be the first chapter of my Rags to Riches memoir. Now, this is real Reversolian hospitality. That Gart must be half kipped or something. That's a bad word, isn't it? Unfortunately, that incremental development hasn't elevated this neighborhood yet. I see potential here. I don't need it. This sounds just fine. I don't need much, or this sounds just fine. I don't need much. An uncomplicated man. Take it, that means you're interested? Are we? I mean, we are kind of low on cash. I'll take it then. Get yourself a new tenant. Keys to the shack. Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police. Well, if you're not in the hostel in the morning, know where to find you. Here, in the shack. What's in this fishing village? Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist. What do you mean? This is pretty much a non-place, a gap, a blank spot on the map, just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street. The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny. This place is pornographically poor. There's gotta be something here, tell me. Who else lives in this village? Is there a way to make a little money around here? There's gotta be something here. Over there, you can find more of the same, shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox. Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees, all covered in industrial soot. Small houses under them. An overgrown park. And what is the pox? An old military hospital and its surroundings, where it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shocked veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinderblock houses, shacks as far as the eye can see. But what happened to the hospital? The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now. Who else lives here? Well, there's Lily Ann and her kids. A few folks live in the house to the east, but they're away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them. What drunks? Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find those guys. Is there any way to make some money around here? Here, for you? No, officer. The only money we have here are some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about. Under carts, boats, and little boxes. It's not hard to find. Alright, I'd like to discuss something else. What's further down the coast? Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, and why was it abandoned? Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to a church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then. So they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes? No, they've tried. But things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church. What else is down coast? Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty. Which is it then? Is it apartments or electrical plant? I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war, I wasn't there then, you know. Was born in Samara. Is there anything else? Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk, but it's closed. Who'd want to come to a fish market here? That's it. There's got to be more along this coast. What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut, though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible. Nothing is impossible, surely. She drops a bar of soap into the bucket with a splash, and now you know everything there is to know about the coast. Well, tell me about yourself, washerwoman. Me? No one. I'm just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking, and my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, mister. Call me Harry. Lieutenant Double Yfritter Harrier Dubois, or my name is Raphael Ambrosius Costo. No, just call me Harry. Why, I guess I will, Harry. Aye, rolls off the tongue. I used to know a Harry, strong lad, but dumb as a rock. What happened to him? He did too many narcotics. So many he fell off his boat and split his skull on a buoy. Folks who saw it say his head cracked open like a melon. Nasty, nasty. Well, we do too many narcotics as well. Goodbye. Thank you for the lovely story about someone cracking their head open. There's so much stuff to interact with. Take the money, look in the window, open the door. You can't see into the house from this angle. Inside you hear the cozy sound of some kind of heater sputtering. Well, let's just walk on inside. Oh, it's our room, of course. The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusty. Let's unlock it. I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangements. But just so you know, after we're done with the day, I'll be staying in the Whirling Rags for the night. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning. You can enter the shack now. Well, I'm not hoping to stay the night. I just want to look inside. There's a bed. The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest. No time to rest yet. So we have a mirror, so we can try to stop the expression. So just like we do in Whirling, you can see the waves, the sea, a church, old science fiction magazines, books about birdwatching, an almanac from 39. This intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant warmth. The floorboards creak under your step. Using a thermodynamic expander condenser cycle. Nice. So let's check out that. What does the shivers have to say? I thought it was going to be what's underneath our foot with the creaking floorboard, but no. Maybe not. A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum. Well, let's listen to the low hum. The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside it is cold and windy, but you're inside and it feels safe and warm. What is this place to you? My new hangout where I could silently sit, drink, and die while looking at the waves roll in? Well, that's morbid. My forward base for the coastal part of the operation. It's free, that's good enough, I could live here. Looks like this is my new home. Wonder where the old one went. No, I think this is just a good spot so we can start our investigation here in the mornings and not have to run all the way from the Whirling. Forward base. Overhead you hear the forlorn shriek of seagulls far below the birds. A wooden boardwalk filled with abandoned stands, tables and benches, echoes from a long lost time. A middle-aged man stands in a rundown shack on the edge of a fishing village, listening to the heater hum on the wall. Thank you, strange sensation, for a fair assessment of the current situation. Outside, the howl on the wind has picked up. A howl of the wind. The waves crash against the stilts. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice. Look under the floorboards. Hey, I knew it. Look under the floorboards. How do I look under the floorboards? I can't. I don't have the option to look under the floorboards, dude. Got something on the table, though. The wash basin. On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin. Is shaving the right call? The water reflects back a vague image of your face, nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic. A fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up and be born anew. Well, you know what? Maybe it is time to lop off the giant mutton chops. We have a 72% chance we might cut her throat, though. Time to shave. Get those mutton chops off. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. 72%. Woo! You did a 10, got a 12. Like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. Hey, there we are. I really like the mutton chops better, to be honest. Can I take it back? Can I leave the mutton chops? The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chilly. Feel your clean-shaven cheeks. Or, I hope this was the right decision. Beneath the doubt sprouts a new vigor, like you've discarded some bad thoughts. It feels as though you've passed through a ritual, emerged from the cold water even. Was shaving the right call? The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe. You almost look like a professional. Yes, almost a professional. What's that other thing? That's the shaving kit. Well, I can't actually see under the floorboards unless I go underneath the building, I guess. Hey, Kim. Surprise. How do you like my shaved face, Kim?
Yes?
So, I shaved. Yes, I don't know what to say. Perhaps... What is it? You can tell me, Kim. I know. Stunning, right? I knew I shouldn't shave. I knew it, and I still did it. What an idiot. Yeah, I shouldn't have done it. No. It's okay, I guess. I may have preferred the mutton chops. They sort of seem to cover the blatant alcoholism. Either way, good on you. You were saying? Nothing. So we got an achievement there for saying 10 sorry cop things. Excuse me, ma'am. Are those your children?
Aye, officer.
Hello, Lillian, the net picker. A woman in a raincoat stands on the quay considering an overturned boat. A sword in a scabbard hangs from her hip. Oh, a sword, you say?
Anything I can help you with?
That depends. Where are we?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
Why is it called Elizabeth?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
Okay. Well, what's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions, and that was actually the second one.
Indeed. You're always confused as to your whereabouts. I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help. What do you do around here? Nice sword. Is that your boat? Well, let's start from the top down. Look for someone. Maybe you can help. Let's see. Who are you looking for? I'm looking for a missing cryptozoologist. Ugh. I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate? People who look for imaginary animals. People who look for animals who are hard to find. People who look for animals mainstream scientists deny exist. Crypto, like, how do we want to identify a cryptozoologist? You know what? Let's go all in on this crypto thing. They look for animals mainstream scientists deny exist. Ah, like snowmen. Snowmen? I haven't heard about those. Two odd guys have been walking around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like. Wait, the like? Right. Not only snowmen, also green men, monkey men, burning rhinos. You get the picture. Oh, you're getting it, and it is gorgeous. Where do they go? I don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. What else are you looking for besides snowmen? That's it. I'm not looking for anyone else right now. Well, how can I help you? What do you do around here? Like I said, fish mostly, sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now, I'm tarring a little skiff. What else do you do? I sell the fish to the people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Authentic Insulatean cuisine. Is that enough to make a living? Sometimes I also walk the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises. Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her. Interesting. What have you found? I never thought the sea brought in anything particularly interesting. Walking on the beach. Sounds quite romantic. No. What have you found? Wood. Pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creature. A mine washed ashore once. Bottles, drugs. Lost cargo in general. But most of the time it's just wood and glass. Alright, major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely. I need to know about those human bodies. A mine. The RCM could use a mine. Where is it? Drugs. I need info on this. Major narc. This place looks bad. Why don't you leave? Okay. I need to know about those human bodies. Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. A very unattractive bunch. Tell me about your sword. Does it come with a story? Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly. Hold on, do you know how to use it? It is imposing. Or isn't that what guns are for? No, it is pretty imposing, I'll tell you. It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation. And why do you need intimidation? From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men, and believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time. You're not wrong. Can I borrow that sword? Why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective? Why don't more women arm themselves? What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared, and tired, and stupid, and too dull for that. That goes for men too, but they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good, and living in shit doesn't bother them, like anyone falls for that. And behold! Yes, I'm a proper man, believe me. True, most people I've met are scared. Point to the expression. No, let's go full wacky. Behold, look at my face. Look at it as I, the person that is pretending and putting on an act. Her eyes meet yours, and suddenly she starts laughing. It's Horace, as if she hasn't laughed for a while. Do you like it? Find someone else to laugh at. I'm not a clown. No. Do you like it? Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin. It's like a shield. The traces of her laughter are still there, in her eyes, fading fast. So where are all your men now? Some went to patch their wounds, their lessons learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them I ended up marrying. Wait, why? If they're thick-headed... where's your husband now? That's probably not a good question, because he's probably dead. But where is he? Gone. The harbor seawall endures the wash of the freezing waves. Many things wash up against it and onto the beach. Beach of Revachol, some inanimate, some just no longer alive. You shudder. Gone where? Gone! Coward. I would never leave anyone. He disappeared? Sounds like a missing persons case. No. Let's just go simple. Gone where? To the waves. The sea took him. It was a long time ago. That's bad. What happened? Oh, he died. Was he murdered? Let's just say oh and say no more. Just be like very awkward. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles. Yeah, death is nothing. I shit on death. You should have thrown yourself in the waves after him. Time really is the best cure for sorrow, isn't it? It's healthy to let go and move on. Got to keep the wheel spinning. I don't like any of these answers. Let's go for time is the best cure. Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bed sick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. She glances at the village, where two little kids are playing with what looks like rocks. Yeah, we saw them earlier. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids. This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another better drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action. Wow. We have basically no chance of getting that. Because we don't know a good spot to take her on a date. And also Kim is here. So I take it that's your skiff? Sure is. The sun, I call her. I coated her with a fresh paint of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue. Be seeing ya. This boat is floating freely in the water, unmoored. What are they doing? What are these doing in the fish? What are these what? A pair of Franco-Nigerian cavalry boots. What are those doing in the fish? What do our shoes give us now? +1 composure, -1 savoir-faire. I don't think we need plus perception. It's weird that boots can give you perception. These planks creak beneath your weight. We'll take your money right out from under your nose. Thank you very much. The ladder leads to a school of fish swimming in the kelp. So I think it's about time to end this episode. Just wanted to see if there was anything else in the immediate area. But no, we'll continue to explore later. We'll come down here and check on these drunks. We'll check out this house. And then we'll move down the coast, I guess. Look for that church and look for the cryptozoologist. So, thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you again next time.